Well, ladies and gentlemen, you thought would never arrive, but here we are. We have come. This is the Black Table, and upon that note, we say welcome to the best show all through the week, especially for Fridays. My name is Mazino Peel, and as usual, I am not alone. We're going to go on a break, but before that, let me introduce the gentleman of the Black Table. To my left, well, hey, he is the defender. Well, sometimes he's not too good, but all we know is that at the end of the match, we call him Prize Giving Day himself. The prize, the one and only Mr. Oshofa Olamide. You're welcome.
I don't know how I got here. They let me out.
They let him out again today. And of course, our attacker on my right, he is the best attacker you could have. In fact, if he's on your team, congratulations. It's bound to be a win like the Super Eagles from today.
We won.
Mr. Akwaoluwafemi, you are
Yes,
welcome.
sir. We won.
Yes, we did.
And we'll always win.
Now, the last but not the least member plays on field, off field. In fact, he plays for both teams.
I put the cement in those cement. I do that.
What I meant was he plays for Angola and Nigeria. Mr. Gang, you are welcome.
All right, it's good to be here as usual.
Okay. I'm saying that tonight I'm going to let you have all the pun. So feel free. I will not be attacking you whatsoever.
Let's be clear on what that is exactly.
Pun, and this pun, nothing else. Nothing else.
Wait, can you spell it?
Pun, P-U-N, that's all.
Oh,
you thought you had one of those.
I thought you were going to share all your pun collection with
We
it tonight.
haven't started.
I'm going to be like, what's going on?
Let's keep the quirks.
I want some pun.
Let's keep the quirks to a minimum.
Okay.
Welcome once again. Let's do a very short break. We'll keep it very short because time's already gone. And we've got such interesting topics to take. Let's do this. We'll be back in just about a bit. Congratulations, Nigeria. We made it to the semifinals.
Hey.
Saw
We
the
did
match, and it was fantastic. Man of the match for me was the goalkeeper because of that very fantastic save.
Yeah.
In the, was it the second half?
Yeah,
I think
the
it was the
second
second half.
half, yeah.
Was fantastic. And of course, hey, what would we be without Osimhen? It's the reason why he had to get singled out for a drug test. I mean, that guy is a machine. Fantastic. Did you see you saw the match, yeah? What did you think? Who was your man of the match?
We won. That's all.
We won.
We won.
But
everything else.
I'll give the entire defense line, kudos. Those guys are fantastic.
Many actually saved.
We've considered just one goal in the
Yeah.
entire competition. We're into the semi-finals. I don't think we've played very well so far. I've not seen the cohesion. But the thing is that we've had individual brilliant moments, especially in the defense. The goalkeeper, Nwabali, is fantastic. The great goalkeeper.
Yeah. Gang, do you think 1-0 was a slim chance for us? You think we should have done more?
I said this before the game. On paper, we were always a better team than Angola. In any aspect, we were always a better team than Angola. But the thing is, the fans, people always want more goals.
Yeah.
They want to see Osimhen score, which he did, but it was an offside goal.
Yeah.
So they want to see more of that. We are a better team, and hence we proved that with the win. So, I'm totally satisfied, like you said, with the defense. We haven't conceded a lot, even though we're not scoring as much as we want to. What's important is the 3 points, the win, and we move.
But starting from the very first match of the tournament with Nigeria up until this one, I think that perhaps maybe we've grown. You talk about lack of cohesion, but I think that there was quite the cohesion in this game.
There's no
If you
cohesion.
ask me-
I still haven't bought the jersey.
Because I think, yes, you might be right that the team we've been playing, the players have been playing individually all through the other matches. But for this match, I thought that they were together.
As someone who follows football heavily.
Okay, thank you. I get that I don't. It's okay.
No. I'm just saying that we all know those guys. They're brilliant players in their different club sides.
Yeah.
And individually, they're fantastic. And that's why they're in the national team. In fact, when you look at every player and you see what they bring as individuals, you can't blame them.
Yeah.
Ademola Lookman is fantastic in the Serie A. Of course, Victor Osimhen was fantastic in the previous season, scoring loads of goals for Napoli.
Yeah.
You look at Moses Simon that plays for Nantes.
Yeah.
Fantastic player.
Yeah.
Scores a lot of goals in France. You look at the midfield, all these guys are exceptional players. The defense is solid.
I see the best defense in the entire AFCON tournament
solid.
so far.
So, but when you look at how we play, we can't put 3-4 passes together. We can't do any fluidity. And any football fan will look at it like, okay, you know what? It's not the individuals. It's the connection as a team.
Yeah.
So that's just, and I think if we're being honest, almost every team in this competition has played very poorly.
Did we
Or
deserve
else-
the yellow card, however?
I think we've earned our spot, but I also think that this is a very terrible tournament for the greats. The first top
Everybody's
5 teams are out, and I think this is our best chance to win the AFCON.
But wouldn't it be a shame if we were to meet South Africa and then they beat us?
I mean, it's
It's
South
everybody's
Africa.
fear because they actually are not that bad anymore. Everyone knows the fact.
But our track record
Anymore.
against our track record against South Africa, it's very good.
Like
I get
I
that
said,
before, don't be
anymore.
property. I get
Anymore.
that before, don't be property.
But like
Exactly.
I said, to kind of emphasize some of the things Olamide said, this AFCON has been a shocker. You understand? The least expected teams have left, and then some teams that are still here, the likes of even the host nation, made it this far.
Struggled.
Do you understand?
They
Just
crawled.
to an extent, I can even call it luck. You get where I'm coming from? Even South Africa, that we might meet next, even were lucky enough to get to this point in the tournament. Yes, you might feel that some of the greats are no longer there, but we are one of the greats and we're still there. So
Yeah.
Yay,
For
go
me-
team
for me, go
Nigeria.
Congo and Guinea, we just finished seeing Congo and Guinea. Was anybody expecting Congo to go that good, to be that good? I mean, 3 against 1. Nobody, see? So,
No,
So, yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Everyone
because
would
the
have
stats were also
expected Guinea
saying-
to go ahead
Exactly.
of Congo.
Exactly.
But I
that's
mean,
because
this
of what they
is-
did. What they did in the qualifying stage and the second round. People expected Guinea to give
Go-
Congo a run for their money.
Yeah, exactly. And so for me, I think this is a tournament of the underdogs. I think Nigeria is actually an underdog in this
At
tournament
this point.
Anybody
because
can- anybody can collect.
nobody actually thought we'll get this far. We're in the semi-finals. We hope for the best every game at a time. Whoever the next opponent is, let's hope that we get all 3 points and then
I'm going to come,
go
they will
through.
collect.
That's 3 points. It's not a league. It's not a league game.
It's not a
They
league
will
game.
come, they
Sure,
will
yeah.
Nobody will come, they will collect.
Now the thing is, when you make it to semi-finals, worst case scenario, you play third place.
But we're not playing third place.
But why not?
No, we're going for the
We're going for the big one.
big one. Yeah.
Alrighty. So that's much ado about football. Of course, it's what's on everybody's lips currently, apart from us who are sipping on very, very variants, interesting cocktails.
Libation of the gods.
But we have to get to the topics for the Black Table. We can only take a few because we have very little time. We have a very interesting main topic here today, and it is the sin of withholding. And we're talking in marriages now, withholding from your partner emotions and especially sex.
Yeah.
But we're going to save that because we've got plenty of time for that. Just wanted to touch on a few things real quick. There was this very interesting input for, I think it was Instagram. It was on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. Let me search that out just a second here. I kind of like got my things up in a knot. No, not that kind of knot. Not that kind of knot. All right. So here it is. Lady asks media personality Mojibade, who says she's 30, unmarried and happy. She asks her, do your friends feel secure with you around their husbands knowing that you're not married? Now, it was a conversation that was going on between both ladies, and Mojibade had said that she's comfortable being not married past 30, and she doesn't lack anything. She's happy. The lady, however, went on to ask her, are you happy because you do not know what marriage is? Don't you think that might be
she
the
went
reason
there.
why you do not know? Because
She went there.
what you've never tasted, you can't say that you know
Exactly.
anything. Like
What
Gab would
mama
always
don't
say.
know
Exactly. If you
doesn't
don't,
kill her.
exactly. So, question is, and the question that she posed to her, are you comfortable with your friends being, this is me modifying it, being whether comfortable or uncomfortable with you, with their married, with their husbands, with their spouses? And does anybody have that? Is there any...
What was Mojibade's response, though?
her response was that she was happy. That was all. She's okay. She didn't really give a definitive response to that.
I think for men it's different.
She's happy,
yeah.
she's happy now.
For men
Yeah.
it's different. For men, I mean,
For men, it's different. And
yeah,
even
very
even
different.
in her case now, okay, what does she look like? How does she
she's
dress?
all right.
And why is she around her friend's husbands
where is she
without
in
the
terms
presence of her friend? You know, that's something you
yeah,
consider.
where
as
is she in terms of her trajectory in life?
She said she's happy, so
Those
she
are
must
two
well.
be.
different
No,
things.
she's
No,
happy.
where she wants to
I'm
be.
saying that
She must be where she wants
most
to be.
women who are doing very well, they're exceptional in their different fields, don't necessarily look at marriage as a priority because they know for a fact that if and when they need to make that choice,
They will.
they are in control. So it's not going to be like I'm settling for this because I'm running out of time. It's going to be, okay, this is the man I want because I have achieved and I know my what. So for most
So
women,
what
it's always
value of man would you be getting if you have it at your whim? Just okay, I'm going to decide tomorrow to get married, and I know I'm going to get a man tomorrow.
yeah.
Have you gotten? Have you tested the quality of this man in any way, shape, or form? Are you sure that this man is not just doesn't want to get married to me because I have a certain status? Let's put it that way. So have you tested the quality of the man?
thing
My
is this.
question.
You know, before we came live, we talked about certain statements that women make about, oh, okay, I can't be with this person. This person needs to have a house in VI. This person has to have, 7-figure salary. You know, and it's still the same thing here. I think both men and women have got to a stage whereby we can pick and choose what we are comfortable with. We can say, okay, you know what? Yes, as much as I think women are fantastic and they do certain things, this is the type of woman I want to be with. And I think every woman also has the right to say that. It's a choice because it's a lifetime race. I was advising a colleague recently, and yeah, I know some of the guys that I think she fools around with. And I'm like, you know what? It's okay to fool around with these guys. You're young and all of that. But when it comes to the main thing, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to tell my daughter. Nah.
Okay,
Go for something that's okay.
No, but so if she says she's happy, there's nothing you can say about that now.
That's one thing on one
Yeah.
side.
That's if she's genuinely happy.
If she's no, there's no way to know. She says she's happy. She's
If
happy.
she says to them, we take it. Because there's something I've noticed, and I think I've spoken about this before with some other people. You would notice how, I don't know the right words to use, how priorities change as you age.
Yeah,
You know, maybe when you're young, you're living that princess, I want to be a queen, I want to meet Prince Charming type of situation.
Yeah.
You get to a certain stage in your life, it depends, are you sought after? You get to another stage, are people, by the time it gets to a certain point that you want a man, but then when you don't have one, you now grow and mature to that point, and you now feel you no longer need a man.
But
It's not
I
that
think-
you've always been that way.
Gang, just a second. I want to bring us back on track. Now, this lady inquired from her.
Yeah.
Are your friends secure
Did she
with
answer
you
that question?
around? She did
though?
not. Are they secure with you around
Their
their
husbands, their partners.
husbands?
Yeah.
I know, but
So
that's the
meaning
answer
that,
right
and
there,
the way I deconstruct this is, the woman sees her as a threat to her friends' husbands.
Exactly.
Or her
Exactly,
friends'
yeah.
relationships.
That's
No, obviously.
just
So
what
is
she's
every
saying.
woman
So we
who's
say she
made,
wouldn't have been a threat if she was married.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
yes.
so I'm going to say this, and
think-
I
I
know
think-
it's going to get me into trouble. I think.
Oh, here we
I
go.
think I
Zoom
Here
in.
I go. Right. I think out of 10 women, 9.5 are very insecure, extremely insecure. There is no excuse. There's no real reason.
I'd like
they
to
just
be
find
the half.
No. Jokes apart. Like I think most women, no matter how successful, no matter how learned, exposed, or whatever, are insecure. They feel other women are threat, and that's why women do not get along.
so when
Yes,
you woke
I
up
said
this
it.
morning,
Yeah.
did you say, I am going to go and offend womanhood across Nigeria?
I love my women. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love
You
y'all.
love your
I love
women.
y'all.
Because this seems to be your modus operandi. Are you doing this intentionally?
No, it's not intentional. I'm being
you're
sincere.
obviously well lubricated right now because you said I love my women.
We're going there.
You're just going in. Continue.
But more seriously, women
I
are
think
competitive.
I do get where
Women are
I think
competitive.
humans are competitive by nature, and women obviously, just like men, probably would not want certain type of women around their men.
Yeah.
So I get where that question comes from. Are your married friends comfortable with you around their husband? And she obviously didn't answer that question, and that also says a lot. Like,
Yeah.
it's either it struck a nerve, or I'll just rather skip that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't honestly think that a single lady is a threat to a married woman. Like,
Why should it be?
why should you be a
Why
threat?
should
You know what I think? A
That
single
was
woman.
why I said earlier on. What does she look like and how does she dress? You get what? Let me
True
give
that.
you, let me
Give me context.
do you understand? Let me give you an
me-
example, and this might not really apply because Kim Kardashian is no longer of the value she used to be. but having the likes of Kim Kardashian around, whether she's married, whether she's with Kanye at the time, having her around another person, you now already feel as if because of your lifestyle and the way you are, I'm still not
comfortable.
comfortable.
So
You'll
that
be
means
with
plenty
you.
to say or plenty to suggest or ask about
Okay,
your
let's-
relationship
wait,
with
wait,
your
wait.
wife.
Exactly. Can I
So
put this
it's
across?
not- you just- wait,
so
hang
the
on a
four of
second.
us were married, yeah. Now your colleague calls you,
Female.
female, late at night. She's married, calls you. What's the first reaction you get from your partner?
I won't even pick the call.
No,
At
just
night.
exactly. And you won't pick the call because you're like, no, my wife wouldn't like
I
this.
don't- I
Because
don't
there's this
avoid
insecurity thing
problem.
going on. it's not every woman that wants to, your man.
Should there be such
Yeah.
an instance? I mean,
And no. So
should
a
it
lot
be
of times,
so?
a lot of times, I'm going to say this: men, we don't create this. Men sometimes we're just okay being friends with females.
okay, hang on a second. My
Yeah.
question is: in an ideal situation, should you be able to pick that call and just have a
Of
normal
course,
conversation?
transparency.
So
Yes.
then there is something wrong with the relationship if it is one that you have to first of all think about the insecurity of your wife.
Not necessarily, and
No,
that's why. And
no,
that's
I
why I said.
think that you have to respect the feelings of your
Respect
partner.
them.
Now. Yeah, you should respect
So you
your
have to
partner's
respect
feelings.
the feelings of your partner,
Yeah.
but nonetheless, whether your partner is solid and she trusts you or not, I'm just saying that there's this level of competition between women. Women don't trust other women. It doesn't have anything to do with men. They're not just comfortable with other women because they know for a fact what their gender can do.
So they don't trust their husbands. Women don't
It's not about
trust
trusting their
us.
husband. I've heard.
No,
it's not about
basically,
trusting
Yeah, it
their
also
husband.
goes to
Yeah.
show that they actually lack a certain level of trust for their
Exactly.
husbands.
No,
as
it's
well.
not about trust. Because most women will tell you, it's not like I don't trust you, it's I don't trust her. I don't trust what she's
Then if you don't trust
If
her,
you
you
don't
obviously
trust her,
you're
then
not
that means
comfortable with her
my-
around.
Yeah, my husband might falter as
For
well.
me,
so you
here's
don't
the funny
trust
thing.
him.
Gentlemen, let me remind you, you are the spawn of Adam. All of you. All right.
But
Okay,
there's
let's
something I
just
will
leave
say.
it at
There's something you said that actually hit me.
Yeah.
If my phone rings in the middle of the night and it's a female colleague,
Yeah.
I think it also depends on the female colleague. There's some female colleagues that you know that I mean that dry girl, nothing. You be wondering why she calling me. Let me find out. But if that girl that has been telling you, has been bringing you tea, coffee, has been serving you, and you tell your eye don't they, you on your own will panic and be wondering. You get me?
Why are you calling me by
So there's some
11
people that will call you that you'll be like, I know there's nothing that is involved between me and this person. And in terms of your line boss or whatever gender they may be, you might decide, let me find out why.
Okay, gang, let me ask you this question.
Let me find out
And
why.
You need to be very honest about
For a
it.
guy who
Are
didn't
you-
want to be on the show, you're
are
very
you-
talkative.
God.
Go on.
How did I get here?
Go ahead, ask the question.
No, the question is this. Are you telling me that there's never been a situation, in fact, the question goes to the three of you. There's never been a situation whereby a female that you're just strictly friends with, nothing is going on.
Yeah.
You guys are just like, you are stupid, you're foolish and all of
Yeah.
that. Has there ever been a
Bros.
situation whereby your partner, whether girlfriend, wife, whatever, I told you, I'm not comfortable with your friend?
It
Yes,
might
of
have
course.
happened,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
Every
Like
given
it has
Sunday,
nothing
any
to
given
do with
Sunday,
you.
bro.
That's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with the man. Women are not just comfortable with other women in their territory.
True that.
That's what I'm saying.
Interesting. Before we go, do you want to touch on that?
No, but what he said is true. Completely agree.
Facts. All right. Now, let's move on into our main topic already because
Straight
I think
into
we're
it.
going to be unpacking quite a lot. Now, this is an input on Instagram. This is Twitter or X or something like that.
Should I
from a preacher.
fill Femi's glass?
No, I'm okay.
You good?
Now, a preacher says, when I had my affair in 2006, my wife and I were able to reconcile because of her willingness to accept the sin of withholding. That's the topic, the sin of withholding. She had committed, which lured me into a situation like that. We're still married today because of her repentance and accountability. Praise God. So first of all,
Hallelujah.
hang on. First off, it would seem that this guy stepped out. It would seem, underline seem, that this guy stepped out and is blaming it on his wife. However, he also noted, and he said there, that yes, she was, withholding sex. Let's be clear now. And that's what he went outside to look for. Does that give him the right to actually feel that he needs to forgive someone, to forgive her? Femi.
That guy is a nuisance. Preacher. Stepped out. Now, because I told you that you withheld, I have forgiven you.
Double standards.
Like,
Double standards across board.
So only because he's a preacher. So
No,
every normal
but
man.
no, I think that preacher fact has a lot to play.
Because
she's
she's
also-
also
Hold on, first off, so this guy now he has like this God syndrome that I can't seem to wrap my head around. So you preacher, you stepped out on your wife,
Yeah.
and then you forgave her.
No, she forgave him.
No, he said.
No,
he
so
said-
he
he
said
said
both
he
ways.
forgave
He
her.
forgave her.
Forgave her.
Yeah,
So
he
you
goes on.
wait step
Let
out,
me
and you
read
still
some
didn't
more.
forgive.
Let me
I
read
thought
some
she
more.
forgave him.
No. He said, I forgave
her.
Okay, listen to this. Somebody responded to his tweet, and your willingness to forgive her is a great example of marital leadership. They must be in the same cult. He responds to him now. Yes, Wendell, very true. I always want to lead by example in the covenant of my marriage.
So I want to believe they are
To
cracking.
those asking why I didn't marry my mistress, I was in church leadership at the time, and scripture is clear that pastors and deacons only be the husband of one wife. It goes on.
Wow.
Another AP from another person says, bless you and your wife. I hope she learned her lesson. I think that was sarcasm. He continues, every day I walk in forgiveness. So that's insane.
This is
the
funny.
conversation goes on even more. Should I continue?
I heard this story and I promise you, I thought he meant his wife forgave him.
No, he forgave his wife for stepping
Lord
out.
and Master. Lord and Master.
If you guys didn't say this now, I always thought this story. When I read it, I was like, she forgave him because she was the one that withheld.
No, he forgave her.
Wow.
For making him commit the sin.
No, but while we are laughing, I asked individually each one of you before we started. You guys didn't know I was asking you because I'm going to bring it up now. Whether it was okay for a gentleman or rascal to step out of their marriage if their partners are withholding sex, and your answer was
No, my position.
no. The answer is no. Femi.
Let me finish.
Femi, no. The
Let
answer,
me-
I'm asking for the answer you
Let
gave.
me finish.
I'll come back to you. What was your
I'm
answer?
in. Let
What
me
was your
finish.
answer?
My answer is simple. If a woman's withholding sex,
Bro,
oh,
If a
man.
partner especially is withholding
Nah,
sex.
visa be that though.
Okay, and your
I'm
answer
going
was,
all out.
Hell yeah. Hell to the M.
I've said it
hell
before.
to the
On this
MFing
black
yeah.
table, I've said it before, and my position will never change. Sex is an integral part of marriage. If one person is withholding,
You say it's piss.
like, because in the real, what are you supposed to be doing? Choking the snake?
No. In my defense, I think there's a time frame for the withholding.
Bro, like, so for me, withholding, time frame, you're supposed to pass 1 week. Because after
No.
what do you
Guy,
want me to do?
1 week. Relax now.
Bro, you are not pregnant. You didn't just give birth. You don't have terminal disease.
You didn't break
What
your
am
back.
I? You didn't break your back. Your
What
leg.
the?
Yeah, I give 1 week. Come on now,
What?
guy, stop.
Let's be honest. So what?
This guy just won't go outside.
Hold on.
This guy just won't go outside.
Hold on.
1 week, guy.
Wait, look at all the
relax.
conditions. You are not pregnant. You didn't just give birth.
You don't fall from tree.
You didn't fall down.
What the hell?
Your leg is not
What
broken.
the what?
There's absolutely nothing.
It's not your period.
There's
Logical
absolutely
question.
nothing wrong with you. You're not on your period. You just say, I want porn this guy. I don't go keep her.
No, that's not what she said. She's just not in the mood.
Wait, hang on a second.
It's
So,
fine.
You know what?
It's okay.
At this
But 1
point-
week, how about Femi? Relax, Femi.
this
chill.
point- at this
Femi.
point-
Okay, so what am I supposed to do?
Wait,
You go
Femi,
there,
I-
bathroom, the.
Femi, I
So
got
can
you.
I ask you a
Roll
question?
dice.
Sorry, I'm sorry, guys. So are you guys
visuals.
telling me you have sex every week? Every 7 days?
Gang, I'm the one who
So
asked
in
the
my own
questions on
opinion,
this
in
show.
Do you have sex every
No, but
7 days?
how do you stay married to someone
That you
when
know
I know
intimate with.
the.
No, una dey drown, but at
Oh,
least
guys, we're running away with
by the
this.
time you run marathon for 1 week, you'll go rest for another 7
Gang,
days
I
now.
have a
but
question
seven-
for
that's
you.
why I said 7 days.
Femi. Let
Oh,
me
nah,
host the
David
show.
talk with this for
Let
7
me host the
days.
show.
7 days,
So,
bro.
gang, what in your calculation is the right time to eventually step out?
First of all, I think you should let your partner know.
Straight up.
Know what
Second day,
exactly?
tapa.
Know that, listen, I need this thing. Give it to me.
give
You're not
it
going to give it to me.
you.
I'm going to go outside. You will have the right to
And it's
make
not
that
a
But
choice.
when? What's the timeline now?
It depends on if you want. See, let me know. Now,
No, you said 1 week is
wait.
too short.
Now, let
What's
me
the
tell you
timeline?
something. I'm giving you an example now. Sometimes it depends on how your craze level be. In 1 day, you can say, if you don't give me sex today, I'm going outside.
No, that ain't right.
And I'm giving an example. If you don't give it to, I need it now. If you don't give me today, I'm going outside. And like you said, it works both ways.
Yeah, indeed.
If you don't give it to me, I know a lady that told her husband that there will be sex in this house at 7 p.m. every day, whether you're here or not. The guy used to leave his office and make sure when he gets home on time. You get where I'm coming? So it works both ways.
Make driver don't go collect.
You get where I'm coming from? Because he was withholding at some point, and she told him I need this.
And
So
you-
if I don't see you every night by this time,
Seven, somebody,
it will happen
something,
in
it
this
will
house.
happen.
I like what you're saying. Yeah.
so-
I like what you're saying.
So what I'm saying is that sometimes, as long as you let your partner know that you are withholding, and I will go out and get it. One lady said something online, and I think I mentioned this earlier. She said spouses should consider it like food because, like you said, it's very
yeah.
integral in your marriage.
It is.
So if you don't feed your husband in the house, you don't give him food to eat. You don't feed your husband or wife. You don't feed them. You don't give them food to eat. They should starve to death. And there's food outside. And there's restaurants with takeaway and eat in.
Continental.
Jesus.
They're buffets.
Foreign
Do you
meals.
understand?
Okay, so
What
let's
the
look at,
what?
let's look at withholding as a thing, as a concept itself. Why would anybody, why should anybody withhold?
It's simple. Things are not.
It's
going well.
weaponized.
It's weaponized for most women.
It's weaponized.
And for men.
Are you saying that
And
men
for
don't?
men. Wait, for most women withhold when things are not going very well in their own front. They use it as a tool
That's
to
one
prove to the partner, like, you know what, I'm not happy. And
That's the
usually-
weaponizing part.
It's usually a sign of when things are not going well in your marriage. When a woman holds on to it and goes, I'm not going to, put out. And the same thing also applies vice versa, because I do know of many women who complain about the fact that they have not even had sex with their husbands in months.
I had a friend that she told me her husband hadn't touched her in 2 years.
2 years.
What the?
2 years.
What the? What now? 2 years.
Now, here's the crazy thing. The husband hadn't touched her in 2 years, but the husband was
Outside.
outside. So to an extent, I'm not saying it justifies her actions. But now I have
What were her actions eventually?
she didn't do anything. She didn't go outside. You know,
We don't-
women have a
we
certain,
don't-
some women have a certain principle that regardless of what
Restraint,
yeah. No, but
happens,
we don't know
they're not
that.
going to step
true,
out.
true, true.
We don't know that.
Do you understand? Now, I wanted to.
Yeah, we don't know that.
There was a scenario. I just choose to believe her because I know honest people and liars. So there was a
You
scenario.
do?
There was a friend
Where's
of
your
mine.
crystal ball?
Now here's the funny thing. There was a friend of mine that I grew up with in school, and unfortunately for her, she doesn't like sex.
There are those kind of people.
So when you're talking about the withholding thing, there are some women out there that they're not fans of it. They don't enjoy it. There's some that are hyper that really love it. Immediately they go
Okay, wait,
wild.
let's not speak for women. Let's
Do you
speak for
understand?
men. Why do some
Why
men
would a man
withhold it
withhold?
from their partners?
Because they are xeno, which means they are gay. So what I'm saying,
Shot to the end,
you
bro.
said, he said I could. But he took the beginning of the show. You said I could.
At the end of the show, there will be disclaimers.
Yeah, no,
Get
let me be
yours
honest.
ready.
No, let me be honest. Where's my camera? This is the straightest person I know in the media.
bullet.
Let me know. All that was a joke.
It's so straight,
This is
it's a
the straightest guy I know in the media.
Let's come to you, Femi. Let's come to you,
So,
Femi.
no, first of all, I don't understand how.
Why a man would.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you withhold. Like, and then I feel like if you guys communicate, like if you tell your partner that, oh, I want.
So, well, let me rephrase. Not why would a guy. What could lead to?
A guy would.
No, like a guy withholding.
Yes.
So,
What factors could there be?
yeah, I don't even understand because if I'm angry, I still want. If I'm happy, every time. So I don't
they be
know.
all season.
I don't know
All
how.
season.
Even if we're fighting, I was. Let's just. Because the honest truth, how do you even think clearly when you have. You have to let loose. So, I don't know how you people do all these things. So, in all honesty, I think, like I've said it here before, I feel like if you guys are still having sex, your problems can be solved. Regardless of
you
what
say
problems.
that.
True.
Regardless of what problems you have in your marriage. If you can still see each other's nakedness and you can still get it up and you can still. You don't
Because
have
while you're having that, all the issues
All
and
the
everything
issues,
is put
like,
aside.
I'm still going to ask another part here. Why could it be? What
Let
could
me
be
answer
the
you.
reasons? Yes,
Why?
please.
Okay.
Now,
What could be the reasons? Why a man in this case?
This is the reason why
Withhold.
some men withhold.
I would like to answer that.
Now, some men have already stepped outside. So when they come back home, they can't perform the way they think they can. So they withhold sex.
You don't
And
really
that
guys
is
scream
why some
outside.
women, when men withhold, some women wonder, who have
Why
you been
you
with?
been with?
It seems like the tank is empty, so you can't do anything about it. That's number one. Another reason why some men withhold is, in some situations, it's similar to the females. They think you've stepped out already. Do you understand? If you're somebody that I suspect that you've already been with somebody, there's a reason why I just feel as if I'm not in the mood to be
I
with
have
you
a
now.
counter answer to that.
Yeah, let's
get me?
hear you. Let's hear you.
I think the only reason, and the reason I'm saying only, the only reason that most men withhold from women is loss of attraction. That is the only reason that I feel.
I was going to get there as well. That's
Yeah,
one of them.
Loss of attraction. And it happens a lot in a lot of marriages.
Why would you lose attraction for your
It's
spouse?
simple. It's simple. I'm not who I was 15 years ago, physically, mentally, and all of that.
Penally as well.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Lock and load.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Target quiet. Fire.
Please continue.
I felt that.
So you mean
But
you
my
are
point,
not,
my
but
point is,
are
my
you
point
saying
is,
that that's the way your partner
no,
sees or
I'm just
thinks
saying,
of you?
I'm just saying that
You could lose the
people
attraction.
change.
People change. So
across
what
board.
causes these changes
and
inside
if
of
you're
the
not
union?
matured enough to understand that change is a normal thing,
yeah.
change is something that you have to always adapt to. whether it's physically or
Adaptation.
mentally,
Yeah.
you will lose attraction.
Your wife is
And-
no longer hot. She's
Yeah,
put on,
that's
she's
when
put
you
on
now start
weight.
looking outside because
She's
and then
disgusting.
and it's also a lot of possibilities that this particular man is not even stepping out. He's not doing whatever, but he's not able to communicate what his inner feelings are, like how he feels about his wife, and he can't tell her that, oh, this is what you're doing that pisses me off. And sometimes it's not even sexual. It could just be that they're not connecting anymore.
So I've got so
Yeah.
many messages here, but before I read some of them, there's this very interesting psychologist that I follow on Instagram, and she put out something recently where she talks about the inability of people to express within marriages, and not just express happiness or gladness or anything. It's actually the inability of people to express anger that causes resentment.
Exactly.
Because when you're unable to get to express that emotion, you just have to keep
It doesn't go
and
away.
you store it.
You bottle
You
it,
come out
yeah.
with a bloody nose sometimes because you're just keeping all that. And once you keep keeping these feelings, these feelings that should be outed, these feelings that should be
Exactly.
vented,
Yeah, until it
causes
spills
resentment.
over. Yeah.
So her reference was to both parties, for men
And
and for
women,
women,
yeah.
that this is what causes lack of attraction in
yeah.
partners, just so you know. Let me take the messages that we have. No time for breaks today. Let's just go straight to the messages that we have. Outlook.com, we missed you last week. Thank you very much for making a comeback. He says, Mazina Mujibadi is doing so well in her career and field. If she says she is happy, hey, then so be it. Not all who are married are happy. Some are married and cheating steady. So in this age, marriage is overwhelming. Some people might even say overrated. So they'd rather just be single.
Yeah.
And just have partners from here to there. Daya says, Mazino, ask the guy in the studio, including yourself, would you allow your sister or daughter marry any one of you in the studio? Could y'all look like because you all look like bad boys, and you know, no offense, please, marriage isn't everything.
Can I answer that person?
Please go ahead.
We're already married.
Exactly.
We're already
Like,
married.
I don't get it.
We're off the market. We can say what we want. Our wives won't leave us. We're coming home tonight, baby. Get ready.
Hopefully.
Open the door for gang.
Jesus. Oh, isn't this just a great feeling when you get home and anyway. Doi says, and then the guy is still single, they're texting us. Doi says, Olamide is saying we don't trust ourselves as ladies. Okay, we agree. But men, be honest, do you trust yourself with an attractive friend of your wife?
Nope.
Do you trust yourself with free...
Poo-tang.
Yeah, thank you. You men are constantly on fire for sex, he says, or she says. So, yes, your wife sees that this person is probably your spec. She will be insecure now. I mean, come on. You men should please leave me this night. It's a lady. It's a lady.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure it's a lady. Wally says, 1 week. Okay, 1 week. If this table were turned around, Unko, if it was the man withholding, now, wow, I think it goes both ways.
No, but I don't understand. Marry people that you understand, that you guys know each other. Like, why if you don't like sex, why are you marrying somebody that likes sex? Why? You're
Religion.
causing problems
Because
now.
they didn't test the goods.
No,
from
but
the
you're
very
creating
beginning.
problems for yourself now. It's very unnecessary.
Always
very, very
taste the
unnecessary.
goods.
Like,
Taste the goods.
so you marry somebody that...
The prize giving
There
the
are,
easier.
there are women that feel that sex once a month is okay.
Yeah.
There are men that feel that sex once a month is okay.
Oh,
If you know
check
that's
this
not
one.
your game, don't go there.
Okay, I got one for you. At Susan says, it's how where Oluwafemi always shouts, zoom in to the culprits talking. Culprits. I noticed this after the Maraji incident.
Oh, yes.
Zoom in.
Zoom
Yes.
make them know who
Make
you
una
are.
make una no koba
Make
our
that
rich
cover me.
uncle.
God bless you. Zoom in.
Wally says, no, this is a scholar, says, so the pastor cheated and his wife forgave him, but
no.
he in turn
No.
forgave her more because she admitted that she committed the sin of withholding. A pastor. Is this
in-
not meant?
Meant.
Gaslighting the poor woman even after he messed up. God will
in-
punish you, she says.
Hallelujah to that.
No, because that guy's case is like is unbelievable. Like, I forgive her after bro, you be God.
I blame the woman for it. I blame the woman for it, and it's very simple.
No, but really,
If you know your value, you understand when to, draw the line and say, you know what?
anybody must have
You
been
can't-
something going on in that house now. I don't think any
But
sensible
Zino,
man
permit
would
me
just-
to ask this question.
Yes, please.
Can your wife or your partner or your spouse or your girlfriend
Same thing.
push you into cheating?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I think so.
No,
So
I think,
then the withhold, that's where the withholding
no.
comes
So I
from.
think it's solely.
I think
so
so.
in all honesty, I think it's solely your responsibility. Like, if you decide to step out, you chose. You can't say they pushed you because everybody get free will. If I tell you on Monday, I want to, agree. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. By Monday, I'll tell your mother that hey, men are going to carry out the kilo. No, because it's not hard. Like, it's not. You can't go.
So
you can't do that.
you were pushed into it.
You can be pushed into it. You know why you can be pushed.
No, but what you said now is that you decided not to.
You decided not
to discharge her and get somebody that's
Somebody
interested.
else.
But
It's not that hard.
let's be real. And we're all married here, and we can be honest about the fact that this is like a curse. This attracts the opposite sex a lot.
So you can't be withhold when you know say I carry cause for hand.
No, wait, calm down. I'm almost there. I'm almost going to land. Now, my point is that
today, by the way.
my
Hope you're on
point is
time.
that
This tip is ready.
the point is that what most women do not realize is that men on a regular fight temptation and fight it hard
Every single
and
day.
push it as
Same
much
with
as
women though.
no, women do. And in fact, women do more because they have a lot of suitors, whether married or not. Somebody whispering something, saying something to you.
But we're built different?
But the reason why I'm saying men, because I can only speak for the men,
Because you're a man.
because I'm a man and I have certain experiences. And my point is that the fact that you are fighting all of this, if you're given a reason, a choice to step out because you're not getting what you want from your home, there are options. That's just what I want to say.
Yeah, real quick.
All right. Wow. I can't remember word for word, but my tip comes from a pastor. And she said this one time in a service that I was there. She's one of my pastors. And she said there is dutiful sex, which is your duty, and there's beautiful sex. So sometimes you have sex because you know it's your duty, both ways. And then there's sometimes when you really want it and you do it. Now, the thing with dutiful sex is sometimes dutiful sex, when done certain ways well, with a certain level of commitment,
to beautiful
it can turn to beautiful sex.
Gang, that's
So
beautiful,
do your
man.
duty and see the beauty.
Now, when you said
I'm
you heard it
emotional,
from
man.
a,
That's
when you said you heard it from a pastor, I was like, yes, because you can't come up with something that beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the show. Like I said, the guy has a whiff with own goals and everything. But
Sometimes
it's all good. I will not let him
Angola-
speak.
I'm
Please take
Angola now. He's the Eagles. If we don't lose, how would they win?
It's been a great show. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much, Oluwafemi, of course. And
won't let me in here.
don't worry, your gates will be open for you to come back. Thank you very much, gang. Thank you for also sending in all your messages. This program was live on YouTube, and you can see a rerun on it even after. Thank you very much for joining us every single Friday evening. And as we always say at this time of every show, it's good night or is it good morning?